Yo, what to do, YouTube? This is your boy Shaver Speaks. Today I want to talk to you guys about Arrow, Season 5, Episode 8, titled Invasion, the same as The Flash from last night. And we got the Part 3 of Heroes vs. Aliens, and it concludes tomorrow with Legends of DC's Legends. Cannot wait to see that as well. This will be my first time ever doing a review on both on Legends, so and I can't wait for that. I'm pretty excited. But in tonight's episode, we see basically the aftermath of what happened on The Flash. Oliver somehow escapes from where he was sitting, under control, and it turns out basically the Dominators decided to do a huge improvement on an intergalactic version of the Infinite Tsukiyomi. Now, those who are not familiar with that term, that's a Naruto reference to an episode of Naruto, actually like an arc of Naruto during the Fourth Great Ninja War, where Madara's big dream was to put everyone under infinite Tsukiyomi, which is a big spell and make them go to sleep and living their own dreams and becoming their own realities. Well, in tonight's episode, it was kind of like the same thing. All of them were unconscious. Each of them were all. The only difference is they were all in one big illusion, enormous illusion. Oliver, of course, with his parents and the love of his life, Laurel. Seeing those flashbacks of him, becoming the Green Arrow, seeing his father get killed, meeting Dig, loving Felicity, and then some. Then you had Sarah, with her, you reunited with her sister again. Then you had Ray reunited with Felicity, which isn't actually his fiance. His fiance was by the name of Anna. But then also you see Thea especially taking it really hard because for the first time, as you heard her say, she's with her family. She's with her mom. She's with her future sister-in-law getting ready for a big day as her older brother gets married. And we also see the emergence of the Green Arrow. And we see another John Diggle. At first I didn't know who the hell it was. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought that was like a second Oliver. I didn't really know who the hell it was. Turns out it was John Diggle. And Oliver went to go investigate after his guy tried to mug him and his father. And to much of his surprise, hey, Overwatch is still the same. So, John, ended up, being pretty pissed off. Asked him, all kinds of questions like, well, how'd you find this place? How do you know who I am? And Oliver, while he's getting choked, says, your name is John Diggle. You were in the military. You were a bodyguard. And to which he said that I was in Kuwait, I believe, in the military. He did some things he's not proud of. And then Oliver mentioned that he killed his brother, which provided him to slam him on the damn ground, choke slam him, to which led him to leave, to which also led him to realize that, hey, this is a fake reality. I think this is just based off of our emotions. And it turns out, yeah, it was true. We also get to see a little reoccurrence of Slade Wilson. If you all recall, that's the memory that Thea had of her mother being killed by Slade Wilson, to which we see Oliver and Dig square up, and square off against him, to which leads to Sarah killing his ass with his own sword, which I think was pretty damn ballin', And then we also see, the Flash and Supergirl team up with Wildog, Rapman, and the other black guy, Curtis. I'll call him that because I don't really remember his superhero name. And kick this one Cyberwoman's ass, because Cisco found a piece from one of the packages from on the Flash episode right out there that maybe he can vibe and find Oliver, and then into which they realize, okay, we have something, but we need a regulator. To which they went to the Cyberwoman, got her shit, to which led to Barry stealing on her ass, to go into the body on her ass, and then for Supergirl to come in, and save the day. I'm not sure exactly what the hell she did because my network for some odd reason glitched up, and I didn't really see what the fuck she did. All I see was her just swoop down, and then I see her and Barry play kickball with her ass. And at first, it was a nice little introduction. I'm putting that sarcastically, between Wildog and Flash and Supergirl, because he doesn't like metas. He thinks, people with superpowers like that, you guys think that you guys are gonna save the world, And there's like, well, wait a second, what we do, That was Wild Dog's perspective of them at first, but then after he saved his ass, he had a newfound respect for them, which is really cool. The same goes with Cisco. They really didn't fuck with him at first. And encouraged to give the Cyberwoman her nickname. You know, Cisco was like, "Oh, how original." As a matter of fact, back when Wildog was actually hating on Barry and Supergirl, he actually said, you hear Barry say, "Well, what's your damage, man?" Which is something I've really never heard anyone ever say. So I'm gonna start probably using that. What's your damage? But you know, knowing that the final fight scene was between Damien Darth, Slade Wilson, um, that one guy between Thea and her, Thea's actual father, and then some. It was actually pretty cool. Dig got shot. Who was later patched up by Gideon, and I believe I think a guy named by the name of Wade Haywood saved them while they were trying to escape from Planet Alien, and I'm sorry, Planet Dominator. So that was pretty cool, And Ray Palmer figured out, well, they probably took us specifically because they didn't know we could fight back. In other words, because they weren't metahumans, they knew they couldn't fight back since they were mortal. So I can't wait for Legends of DC tomorrow. But this is your boy. So like this video, subscribe to the channel, and all that other jazz. Man, I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. One love.